If you want to change the quality of life for ordinary Americans or ordinary British people or ordinary people all over the world, we have to attack institutional corruption and the relationships that exist between unelected globalist bodies, big tech, big business, mainstream media, and whatever stooge state government happens to be operating in your country at this time.
Right now, the American people are paying the price. What are we paying the price for? Not for Putin's inflation, not for Putin's gas hike. This is Joe Biden's invasion. This is NATO's invasion. This is Joe Biden's policies. These are Joe Biden's policies that are wrecking the dollar, that are propping up the ruble to it's stronger than it's ever been.
You'll be astonished to learn that the sanctions against Russia mean that Russia is experiencing a kind of economic boom at the moment, and the real victims of economic sanctions against Russia are Americans.
We all know that he's mentally impaired, and we all know that Kamala Harris isn't making those decisions because she also can't speak in clear sentences. So who is really running the country? Well, whoever runs the Democratic Party, which is a handful of billionaires, those are the ones. They don't want to take responsibility for that. They want you to blame your neighbor. They won't want you to be angry at the oligarchs or Fauci or Big Pharma or the media that controls you, that makes you think that essential medicines are poison. They want you to blame your neighbor. It's everybody is a Trumper or they're not. It's you're with us or against us. And that's the only message they have left. And then they have censorship left because they have failed, Tucker. You think it is that Mitch McConnell and Chuck Schumer are the leaders in the House and Nancy in the Senate, and Nancy is the leader because they're not leaders. Those people have negative charisma. I wouldn't ask Chuck Schumer directions to the freeway. Why are they the leaders? Because they're the ones who take the most money from the billionaire class that actually runs this country. They take the money from them and they disperse it to the other members of Congress, so they vote for them as leader, not because they're leaders, but because they're the most corrupt.
Man, is that true. Great, Jimmy Dore. Great to see you tonight. Thank you so much.
This is the fundamental point. The political choices that you're offered in America, that we're offered here in the UK, aren't choices at all. Whenever a political figure emerges that starts to offer genuine alternatives, i.e. ways for ordinary people to have a democratic impact on the governing of their nation, on the governing of their own lives, they are smeared, criticised, condemned, ignored. There are fewer and fewer ways for those voices to succeed within the mainstream media. That in itself is a demonstration of alliance between the state, corporations, big business, and the media. I'm grateful to be able to see conversations between Tucker Carlson and Jimmy Dore, who continues to be critical of a Democratic Party that has become little more than a mouthpiece for the same economic interests that have traditionally governed the Republican Party. Now, I know some of you are conservative and traditional and probably really like Tucker Carlson anyway, and I probably feel a more natural alliance with Jimmy Dore. But whatever your particular political persuasion is, I think it's absolutely vital that we start to formulate new ideas around how we can run our own lives, run our own community, and most importantly of all, get money and corruption out of politics so these fading and failing institutions become once again responsible to the people that pay for them and the people that elect their inhabitants.